nimSony. Welcome back to another VR video. Today we are back in ProjectTX, and you can see a few small changes happening, with a few random things appearing out of nowhere in the scene. Today's video is going to be relatively short. It's just a quick one. There's a few things that I'm working on, and one of those is effects. So the first thing I'm actually going to show you is just the regular effects and stuff. Starting to get them back into the project, along with some large audio sound effects. The audio is not very well done so far. So for example here, dropping an object, you can see there's a little bit of effects there going on, but there's also a loud sound when you land really hardly. And you can see that that effect is back in. So let's switch back to my view, and you can see here the hard hit effect is now back in. So for heavy objects like these, if you throw them up and they land, you can see there's a large effect. Now of course for much heavier objects, they actually hit hard pretty easily. They don't really need to be lifted that high to hit hard. And then for light objects, even if you lift them high, nothing. You can see there's no audio yet on any of those things. But there we go, that's fine. But you do get some effects, so there we go. You can just about see the spark there. Regular effects. This thing is heavy as well. You can see it lands nice and loudly. Now ignore these things for a moment. Like the icon over there, it's nice. Oh, I didn't finish the icons actually. I should have finished that. But for now, not that. Let's grab one of these. Yeah. So here we go, we'll have a look at some new effects. Let's take it with us. There we go, great way of actually doing things. Yeah, there we go. And here we go, a little testing zone for some effects. I'll pick that up, and this as well, and let's have a look. Yeah, so there we go, regular effects that I've just been working on. A little bit of a change to the bullet holes as well. Just testing custom bullet holes and stuff. I've been working on sort of the material testing and just the right data structure for them. So you can see here we've got metal, we've got wood, another wood, and then we've got regular default material. So this is exactly what you're seeing on the floor here, is the default. And then we've got concrete as well. There we go, nice and sparkly, and you can see there's still some remaining drops coming out as well. So here we go. And then you've got the regular grass as well. So dirt, grass and dirt. Concrete. Metal. Woods. Very, very nice. And then this is actually a rubber material in terms of the actual physics of it. You can see here, there's a little bit of a bounce there, as opposed to, well, that looks pretty much the same. There we go. We'll have a look at something rather bouncy in a moment. And then here we go, these things are concrete as well. So here we go, regular stuff. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Regular stuff. It's all very simple stuff. It's stuff that we've seen before, and all very nice. Like I said, this one's going to be a relatively quick video. So here we go. Now let's have a look at something additional. So it's actually something new, something I've been wanting to put in the game for a while. And it's on the vending machine as well, but let's have a look over here. So here we have the radio. No, I'm joking. I know you want to see what the heck these things are. Let's have a look at them closely. So here we go. Here we have the bouncing penguin. Woo! It's a bouncing penguin. It's so fun. It's a really, so this is the rubber material that we were talking about earlier, the bouncy rubber material. And you can see here, boing. He's so bouncy, and then he just sort of launches around because obviously his shape is like that, so it's not very easy to actually figure out exactly where he's going to bounce. And the coolest part of that is he comes in two flavors, right? So here we go. This is the first version. This is the actual plushy bouncy penguin, and yeah, very merchandisable, I can say. He's a small penguin, but he doesn't have a name yet. I need a name. I might be calling him Bouncing Bob or something like that. Bouncy Bob is a good name for a little penguin. But here we go. we've got the red version. Now the red version is something special because this thing lights on fire. Take a guess what it actually does. Hey, there we go. Explosive bouncy penguins, of course. Bloomin' wonderful. So there we go. Let's just throw this away. And there you go. Beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. Explosive bouncy penguins. Now, we'll get back to the penguins in a moment. But for now, let's have a look at this radio. This radio is just a little debug tool, which I've been using. Basically, I need to work on hand poses. So here we go. Regular hand poses, you can see, as I use my controller, you can see the controls are able to actually manage my hands. And the same thing with the other hand. However, when I grab this thing, it actually allows me to control each finger individually. And you can see it's set to this sort of default pose, which is completely 0 on all values. And here we go, I can actually control the thumb exactly on its sort of primary value there. So there we go. And then if I press this button here, I move to the next finger and leave that one in place. So there we go. And you can see I'm still using the old skin mesh, so it's a bit of a mess. But I need to fix that. I need to work on the skin mesh. There we go. We can kind of position it how we want. And then again. And then again. And then again. There we go. Really ridiculous. Little penguin shape. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's ridiculous. So the intent is, of course, to be able to sort of change each of the values, including the sort of squeeze of each finger, and then use that to dynamically generate my hand poses while in game, depending on the object I'm holding. So for example, I've been using this sort of default closed hand pose for everything up until now, right? With the exception of some tall objects like this. So there we go. These things have their own regular hand pose. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, all of this was rewritten. So the old loose hand grab is not in right now, and that's what I'm going to be working on next as well, as part of the effects update. But yeah, so as you can see, I need to actually regenerate these hand poses. They're not actually the same ones as before. It's a different system now. Completely different system. I rewrote the hand pose system. So using this will be absolutely brilliant because I'll actually be able to generate the poses in-game while holding the object I want to generate them for, and then it would be able to apply that to that object and keep it persistent outside of the game as well. So while I'm in editor, I can literally play the game and generate all the poses, the hand poses that I want, while in game, and it will already attach it to the objects that I generate it for. Absolutely brilliant. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Now, there's something really cool going on here. These things are not rocket launchers, although they look like it. Nice design. I kind of took the sort of slightly Worms style design and built my own little version of these. They're gonna need a little penguin icon on the other side. And of course that makes sense because it's a penguin launcher! Yes! Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I'm loving it. Did that first one not make a sound? I feel like it didn't. So there we go, you can see they bounce around like mad. Absolutely loony. They just bounce around like crazy. And they launch each other around as well. They launch everything around. So, in fact, I can grab one. Oh! There we go! And you can see they just launch things about. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. It's bloomin' wonderful. Now, this thing came from another idea. It was a rubber duck launcher, right? But that's not what I was going to build. I will explain to you where that idea came from maybe in a year's time. There are some people who actually do know exactly where that idea came from. So there we go. But yeah, so we can just launch as many penguins as we want. Just explosive penguins, already pre-timed. And there you go. Now I have already fixed the if grabbed, your hand will not break, so that's brilliant. But also nothing else breaks yet. So, for example, we don't have breakable boxes. All just completely regular stuff, right? Nothing breakable yet, but that was going to be the next thing. However, I did do one little extra step. Not that. I want this. Let's just launch it about. And of course, in water, you can actually hear that. But I haven't done the underwater effects yet. So there we go. We've got floating penguins. And then the audio is nice in there. Right. Let's get up here again. And we'll switch you to the other camera. Let's pop over here. You can see we have the penguins already added to the menu here. So, what we can do, if you're looking that way, we can spawn a bunch of them. Fun. And then play around. Now here's the best part, right? If we spawn a bunch of explosive penguins, and this is going to be noisy, right? Then here's the thing. While other things don't break, these things do set off other penguins, right? So there we go. One explosive penguin. And now that's set off all the others. Close your ears. Very loud. Oh, there's still more. And as you can see, we've caused some ultimate damage. Right, let's have some fun and switch this. We'll have a look from my view. Let's have some fun and switch this to slow-mo and see what's going on. I'm going to spawn a bunch of these. And that pretty much sets off the fireworks for the end of this video. Hey! So, just a load of these. Nice and explosive. Wonderful. I gave it a slightly random timer. So it actually adds or takes away up to 2 seconds. Not up to 2 seconds. Up to 0.2 seconds from the set timer. The set timer is actually 3 seconds. So it's either between 2.8 up to 3.2 seconds. Each one will just set off. And that way they don't all go off at exactly the same time after this one explodes. But let's have a look. Wonderful. There we go. Slow-mo activation. Let's set him off. That's one. Boom. And the others. It's everywhere. Just boom. Heck yeah. Blooming. Oh, there's one more. Boom. Oh, I'm having too much fun with this. Yeah, so this was just a quick video today. Oh, there's a few things we can actually do, right? Yep. I love messing around with these things. Grab it underneath, there we go. Go in there. Whee! it just sort of launched up there. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. I know it's a bit of a random one. I just wanted to show off the explosive penguins, of course. And that's about it, really. It's just a very simple idea. I wanted to use these as grenades. Basically, these things are the grenades in the game, and that's just how it is. So. And you can see it actually applies force to me, although it mostly applied an upwards force. Now, they don't set that guy into full ragdoll yet. He's still very, very strong, and he's able to just sort of withstand an explosion, or 100 explosions as well. So, need to figure that out. But other than that, yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, where I will have a little bit more effects going on, a lot more audio hopefully, and maybe the possibility to break these blooming boxes and maybe break some other things as well. It'll be really cool. I can't wait to get some explosive going on. As you can see, I updated the barrel texture over here, There we go. I updated the texture so that it is actually looking like an explosive barrel, because this one will also explode. Actually, I was supposed to do that, and then I got carried away with penguins. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I've said that a bunch of times. Bye bye.